Today, we're going to talk about Facebook Live, going Facebook Live. And while many of you have done it already, some of you here may have not. And whether that's because of a little bit of fear, or perhaps it's because you just don't know maybe how to do it. Maybe you're a little bit intimidated of the interface. Well, we're going to go through that interface. I'm going to give you a couple different ways to do it. And for those of you already using Facebook Live, we're going to look at a couple advanced features and how you can take it to the next level. How you can utilize it for live virtual open houses. How you can utilize it for client events going forward. If you want to hold a first-time homebuyer seminar, maybe you want to talk about a new construction community. Whatever the event might be, we've got ways that we can schedule it out, promote that content, and then we can also cause our live videos to not just live on Facebook, but on any website that we choose. And so we'll look at how to weave those into a landing page as well. True to my commitments, I will get you out of here early so we can go enjoy this beautiful windy day outside. I encourage you all to find a local business you're passionate about and go support them this weekend. Somebody who hasn't been open for the past few weeks, somebody who is dying for engagement, interaction, and then be vocal about it. 2 challenges this weekend. 1, use this tool to promote one of these businesses. 2, use this tool to promote a virtual open house. And whether you hold that this weekend or you plan it for the next weekend, I challenge you, use some Facebook Live action to promote and tour an open house virtually. All right, let's jump in. I'm going to jump over here and we're going to start right off in Facebook. I'm not sure that I shared the right screen, so I'm going to do that again, folks. I've got 4 screens. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we've got, first of all, I want to show you real quickly. Many of us do this on our phones. And what we're looking at today is the ability to use a computer. Now, many of us have great cameras that'll connect to our computers, or we've got laptops with really great webcams built in. So whether it's an external webcam, you may have a GoPro that you weave in, you may have a great DSLR or a video camera that you can use in connection with your computer. Maybe you have a 360 camera and you want to do some 360 video. You can connect any of this stuff. And if you want to do video from your own desk, this is the same interface that we're going to be using today. Let me show you, this is just a brief snapshot of the interface that I use. I do use multiple screens. What you see here in the center is a microphone. I choose to use this microphone because it sounds, I think, a little bit better. I've got a Logitech camera here. This is a Logitech Brio or the Logitech 4K. It's not required to use a camera of this high quality. For a very long time, I used the camera that was built into my Surface Pro that's right here as well. What you'll see to the right is a short tripod that I use for a cell phone. It's important that we have, I believe it's very important that we have something to hold our cell phone with if we're going to be doing live video on our phones. So whether that's a monopod, a tripod, if it's a gimbal, if it's one of these, which is just a very short desktop tripod with a cell holder, it's great. Now, if you don't have any of that, don't let that stop you from doing some live video. If you don't have a ring light, which will make just about anybody look a little bit better, I need all the help I can get, don't worry about it. You can use natural lights. You could put a candle on the other side of your monitors or right in front of you. There are a lot of different ways to do this. Just know that once you get comfortable with it, you may end up investing in some other pieces. This setup works for me, but don't be shy about getting some additional things. All right. So we're going to look first at, and this is interesting. So this is an agent in our office, Cherie Chalk, and she posted a live video. That's wonderful. I love seeing that. I did not pay her to have that up on Facebook as we're talking about this right now. We're going to look first of all at what it looks like to post to from your personal profile. Now you'll see when I went to go create a post, this says sharing to only me. If you've never done a live video before, toy around with the interface, get used to it. And there's nothing wrong with, and in fact, this should be a test. You can change the sharing settings to only you, so it doesn't go out to the public. You can watch the recorded video after the fact as well. So we can, right here at the bottom, we don't see the live video prompt right here. So this little options button, the ellipses for more, we're gonna click that and we get an interface here. We'll click live video, and this takes us into a new interface. Those of you who are used to Facebook Live in the past, this may be new to you. This is very simple to use once you get used to the interface a little bit. So let's just break down some of the pieces here. On the left-hand side, we have Go Live Now or Schedule a Live Video. We're going to get into the scheduling a live video in a moment, but for right now, let's just look at going live now. We can share to our timeline. We can share to a page, or we can share in a group. I assume if you're using your personal, then you probably just want to share it to your timeline. Now I do, like for certain office classes, for classes that we have in our KW office, I'll share to our office page. Many of you are seeing that right now in your Market Center Facebook pages as well. You can title your live video. This is optional. It is highly recommended. Pick something that is just kind of eye-catching. You can also put a description. Now this is the same thing as if you were making a post, right? This text will be there. The title will be there in addition to your video. So certainly put something up. The description can be short. Make sure it's something captivating. You can tag friends, you can check in, just the same as a regular Facebook post. Now on the right-hand side, it's going to have some tips on how to get started. If you're confused and this video doesn't help you get past that confusion, right up here at the top, there's a help button. Don't be afraid to click that. It'll pull you out. It's got tons of articles. It'll take you through step-by-step in how to go live. Now right here, we've got three options. We can use a stream key. We can use our camera, or we can use a paired encoder. Now I won't get fancy on all of this, but no, if you, for some of you, you're using outside software. I'm not going to go into using that outside software right now because you probably know more than most of the people here, and that's fine. You'll use a stream key or paired encoder in those cases. The one situation in which this might be valuable to you, if you're not familiar with Facebook Live, is if you have a camera that has Wi-Fi capabilities and you can host a live stream straight from that camera, you can use a stream key, which is really wonderful. So the 3D camera that I use for my Matterport scans will also stream to Facebook Live, to Twitter, to YouTube, and I can stream directly to this event. I can use that camera, but I'm not going to be able to use this piece where it says use camera. I've got to use a stream key. Down here on the right-hand side, we're going to select a media source. Now, right now, it's having an issue because I'm using my camera to talk with you guys right now. But generally, if you click this, it's going to give you a list of different cameras that you've got. So your front-facing camera, your rear-facing camera. If you have wireless cameras attached, if you have a web camera attached, it'll give you all those different options. Be sure to select the one that you wish to use. You can also share your screen. This is very similar to sharing your screen. If you're on Zoom, you can just select which screen you want to share and share right there. Know this, if you're running a shared screen, it's very difficult to switch it back to camera view once you're in your live stream. So I would highly recommend either use some outside software or just use your camera or just use your shared screen. Really don't get into both and switching them around. It's quite confusing. We'll look at a trick in case you want to do that switching around. It can cause some major issues and it can cause your feed to fail. We'll look at in a moment a way that you can protect your feed from completely dropping out. Your media source, this is where you're going to select both your mic, really your microphone, where it's picking up from. So if you use a lapel mic, if you use a shotgun mic pointing at you, if you use a desktop mic like I do here, or if you have, you may have different onboard mics in your computer or in your mobile device, it's important to select the one that you wish to use. On the left-hand side here, we've got a couple different settings within our live stream. So this is the important one. If you're going to be changing sources during your live stream, it's important to unmark this box that ends the live video if the stream stops. If your stream stops, for some reason, if you lose internet connection and you have this box marked, then your live video completely falls short. It is terminated. It'll post out. You cannot rejoin the same stream. Now, if you are in especially new construction with radiant barrier, it can cause a lot of issues with cell signal. And so if you're in a radiant barrier home, if you're showing properties, if you're anywhere that you're not 100% sure what your data signal is like, I would highly recommend unmark this box and let the stream keep going, because you may have people that'll wait 30 seconds for you to jump back on your live stream and continue where you left off. So this is a really neat piece, and we're going to come, actually, you know, we're going to do this right here. You can allow embedding. So we'll look at this more deeply when we see the next stage of live video, but we talked about creating a landing page and embedding HTML code. This iframe code is specifically that. This is a bunch of HTML code that you can simply copy, and then you can paste that in any text box that allows for HTML code, or if you are familiar with any type of web design, then you can take and you can actually, basically this will put this on your website. On an individual landing page, it'll create a box, and within that box lives your Facebook live video. So it doesn't have to just be on Facebook. It can be on any website that you choose. You can choose to unpublish. So if you just want people to watch while it's live and then not have viewing afterward, you can mark the box to unpublish after it ends if you wish. On viewing here, really there's just one option here, allowing viewers to rewind. If you are doing a tour through a home, I think it'd be valuable to allow people to rewind and watch the entire thing. If you have captivating information, and if it's something that it's important that it's live, say you're taking a tour through a home and you really want responses, if you're trying to create a conversation and you want people commenting and you're talking back and forth, it's probably important to unmark that box to allow people to rewind. By default, people are going to come into your live video and most likely want to start it over, right? If you unmark this box, they're going to be forced to be live with you, and it will encourage that conversation. All right. Before we continue on, what questions do we have here, if any? Perfect. So let's jump over and see what it looks like to schedule something out. Now, there are really two ways that that you can share this content out. You can run it from your personal page, or you can run a live video into your business page and then share it to your personal or host a watch party. We're going to look at in a moment how to host that watch party, but let's look at how to really create an entire event and captivate a better audience for any type of virtual open house that you're looking to schedule. So you can click create post, but on a business page, it's a little bit easier to see. We can create, close that out, we can create live. So when we go to create live, it's going to take us right into that publisher interface. Now we can see that this is a post to the Mills group now instead of to my personal page. It's saying share to a page you manage, and it's automatically selected the Mills group. We can title this video, and we can write a description. Instead of going live now, we're going to look at scheduling a live video. Now, this is a pretty beautiful thing, because when you schedule, it gives you a website that people can visit, and anytime you go live in the future from your business page, they can visit this. Now, you guys know that I'm a fan of vanity URLs, and so I would certainly just copy this, paste it into my GoDaddy DNS settings, and then have something that says live.texashold'em.com or Facebook, whatever the case it is, right? If you have your own website URL, your domain that you've purchased, you could direct people very, very easily to any live video that you have. Now, I'm a fan of things living in a bunch of different places. So I'd recommend create a vanity URL for your Facebook live stream, take this video and then embed it into a landing page or into your website as well. So you can guide people and they can much more easily come across your content as you're going live. This also gives you the ability with this right here, you can schedule a live open house, post it out to MLS, and this is the address, this is the web address that you'll use, the URL that you'll use for your live virtual open house in your MLS. when you're updating your listing. Right here, we can use a persistent stream key. I would highly recommend that. You can choose to use a backup stream. That's up to you. I won't go into the details there. This stream key, you can then, so you could paste this into other places if you want to run. So if you want to run a Facebook Live video and then simultaneously post it into YouTube, you can. Or if you want to take this Facebook live stream and then pull an outside camera, this is what you'll use right here. The settings are going to be the same. This one, you do not have a choice. If you're scheduling this in advance, it is not going to end the live video, which is really wonderful. Again, you'll copy this HTML code, you'll paste it into your landing page, and so you can allow viewing in multiple places. Same deal, viewing. I'm going to unmark allow viewers to rewind. Again, I want them to be talking with me, and so we're just going to keep it right there. And then this is where you can control the comments. It's really important. If you are keeping people with you and you want a communication, then have either be staring at the screen that you're going live from so you can see the comments as they come in. Or what's really neat is if you're going from your desktop and you really don't want a whole big cluttered view, this device right here, as my background's marking it out, your mobile phone can be a really great piece. So pull up Facebook on your phone in your app and then just key into the live stream there. This is going to give you a much better idea of what your viewers are experiencing. We have some tools in here during the live stream. We can check the stream health. We can see if the video is dropping out or if the audio is dropping out. But those are nice visual metrics. It's not the same as having it right here in your hand and be able to view what people are asking, be able to see what you look like to all of them. Down here on the left-hand side, we can select an image. So here's where command comes in. Folks, I would highly recommend if you're going to be scheduling an open house, go in, create a really nice, captivating image, some type of cover image that says open house this day, whatever. You're used to that kind of stuff with Facebook posts. This is where you'd put it. You can run your entire event around this one piece. Again, obviously you can control what date and time here. Guys, that's really it. It is very simple. I'd love to know if you guys have questions. Kathy asks, what's the best way to practice this without having it go out to the public? So I'll go back to that again. On my personal page, I would highly recommend start by practicing on your personal page. When you mark here, you can share to only me. Now, if you forget to do it there and you go to the live stream interface, in your live video, you have the option here again. You can share it to somewhere, and then where is it visible? I'm going to mark only me. You can mark public, just friends, but if you want to practice, just mark that it's private, that little lock symbol right there, only me, and then you can practice all day long. No one else will see it, and then you can choose to pull the video down or make it public after the fact if it ended up really good. You're welcome. Guys, if there's anything else, you can post it in the chat. Otherwise, over this weekend, we'll have the rest of the videos uploaded to onething.tech, and you can get caught up there. Folks, I encourage you to take my challenge. Go live at one local business this weekend that's reopening, and go live at one virtual open house either this weekend or schedule it out for next weekend. You guys go take some more listings, put some buyers under contract. Have a great day. Thanks for being here with me today.
Thanks, Seth. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.